Hey guys, Rhino377's once again here in Horror Freaks United. If you're wondering what's wrong with my voice, it's I have a very bad throat infection. Um, my review for Halloween or Friday 13th 3 will probably be up on Tuesday or Thursday. The reason it's not Wednesday is because Wednesday I have a game, so either Tuesday or Thursday. I'm not sure yet. I haven't even filmed it yet because I'm sick, and usually when I can talk, I can only talk for a few minutes. So, I thought I'd do this one in order my Halloween films worst to best. So, Michael Myers is one of my favorite horror movie villains ever. Freddy's still my favorite, but Michael is up there. So, I only have 9 of the movies. I don't have Halloween 3 in here because I don't consider it part of the series. So let's get started. So at number 9, I have the movie Halloween H2O. I really do not like this movie at all. Jamie Lee Curtis is okay in the film, but she's not enough to carry the film by herself. Don't get me wrong, she's a pretty good actress, but she's not an amazing actress where she can just carry an entire film by herself. And that's what it relied on too much. Because Michael Myers was too weak in this film. They just had a bunch of celebrity cameos here and there. That's what it felt like, was a big celebrity kind of reality film, which really pissed me off because it's a lot better than what it showed. And that really irritated me because this movie could be a lot better. It's just, it tried to get too Hollywood involved. I just don't like it, but I haven't seen it in a long time, so who knows. Next up, we have Rob Zombie's H2. I don't hate Rob Zombie's H2 at all. I actually kind of enjoy it, but it's my least favorite out of the rest because the only one I can say I really dislike is H2O, but this one probably comes pretty it's okay, but it feels really weird and gothic-like, and just really pulled away from his first remake, which I enjoyed. And excuse me, I think that what he did to the characters and made them really unlikable, like Dr. Loomis, in my opinion, I didn't care for. So Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, I think is pretty enjoyable. It's okay, but it's not one of the best Halloween films. Then we have the movie Halloween Resurrection. Okay, this movie is really bad, but I enjoy it. Busta Rhymes, I can see why he would piss people off, but to me, I found him funny. I thought this movie was actually really funny. I enjoyed it a lot. It's, if you're wondering, well, how do you enjoy it when it's in the bottom of your list? It's because the Halloween series is a great series, And I think the Halloween Resurrection, if you want to base it on the best film quality, this one would definitely be last. But I just love this film because it's enjoyable, and I think that it's a fun, cheesy little ride, and I can sit here and nitpick about things for an hour, but you know what? I enjoyed the film. Next up, we have the film Halloween 5: The Revenge of Michael Myers. People hate on this movie all the time, and it's not as good as 4, but it's still pretty good. I own the movie on DVD, and I think it's very enjoyable. My only real problem was how mean Dr. Loomis was to Jamie, because Dr. Loomis is my favorite horror movie hero of all time, and one of my favorite horror movie characters. And it really didn't make a lot of sense to me what they did with him, but you know what, that's okay. This film was really good, and I recommend it, but like I said, it's not like the best of the series, but it's still okay. Next up, we have the film Halloween 4. Halloween 4, the only real problem I have with it is how Dr. Loomis came back, and don't get me wrong, I love the character of Loomis, but They should have explained it more and not just had this big scar on his face. I don't know. But overall, I loved Halloween 4. I think it's better than Halloween 5. And you know what? It's very good. You can bitch about Michael Myers' mask. You can bitch about anything, but I enjoyed it. Next up, we have the movie Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers. Now this one is, one of the other ones that are not, like, one of the most, the most well-made, but I really like it because it's got Paul Rudd as, in his film debut as, what's his name? The little boy from the first one. His name is, like, Tommy Doyle, yeah. And in this film, he's grown up, and he's this really messed up little dude. It's pretty cool to watch. And Dr. Loomis comes back, and this is one of his better performances of the series, which was pretty fun to watch, him having some fun, Dr. Loomis, in this one, before he passed on a few months after this was over. Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers was very good, and I loved it. You can bitch about the Thorn Bull, but you know what? The Thorn stuff, yeah, I didn't like it, but that's the only thing I didn't even like about the film. Everything else was great. We get down to our final three. So number 3, I have Halloween 2. Alright, this used to be my favorite Halloween film, but over time I've grown to notice that the next 2 are a little better, and you probably know what they are, but Halloween 2, starring Donna Pleasance again, Jamie Lee Curtis, and Charles Cypress, was really good. Donald Pleasance was I wouldn't say just as good, but almost as good as he was in the first one. And I love the scene when he's chasing that guy down the streets, thinking that he's Michael Myers and he's really Ben Tramer. That scene was really cool, and it really started off the film with a bang. And the music in this film is even better than the original. So at number 2, we have Rob Zombie's Halloween. Rob Zombie's Halloween was one of my favorite remakes of all time, and by far my favorite horror movie remake. I own the film on DVD. It's really good. I really enjoy the origin story. I just really love this film. But at number 1, you can't go wrong with the one, the only, the classic, Halloween. Halloween is one of the greatest films of all time. Not just horror films, one of the greatest films ever made. It's just a classic. Enough said.